No, but seriously, I wrote that song seriously about this community. You guys are all like people that I'm so nervous around because you guys are just all so cool.
Because you're hot.
You're hot.
Because you're all so hot.
You're all so hot.
Every single one of you, except for the baby. You're just cute. Hot. I'm sweaty, yeah.
I love you, banana.
Ooh, I know you wanna. I know you want to, girl. All right, so is there anything like artistically you want to be known by or know as, or like whether in your personal life or as an artist?
Oh, no. I feel that. My full name is Marsie. Mm-hmm. I go by Mars, so I don't mind either way. But my full artist name is Marsie. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
Also, like, to be frankly gay. Like, do you have any preferred pronouns or anything?
No. I was gonna ask you that, so that's
Hell
also
yeah.
gonna be part
Hell
of the podcast.
yeah.
Is about
perfect.
like asking those questions.
No, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about that shit.
I feel you'd be a great person to, and let me know if I'm stepping on toes or correct me, please. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You won't step on my toes, but I'll say it with my chest. But
okay, yeah.
You won't have to worry about it.
So what's your pronouns like?
I'm gender fluid, so I don't actually prefer any pronouns. You can call me anything,
That's
dude.
Great. Yeah, that's what's up.
You can call me, well, actually don't call me it, but you can call me anything.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I'm not like I am like a little bit of like an alien, but
alien. Yeah.
Like they, them, he, she.
Yeah. I saw it on your Instagram, and I was like, all right, let's see what's up. Yeah, because I'm not one to really be tripping on those either. You know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I hella like appreciate certain friends and people who like just during the days, like on the daily, they'll be like, blah 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 blah, and what do you prefer right now? What do you want right now?
Yeah.
She she feels like that right now, blah blah blah, and I'm like, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
And it's like just like a little bit of appreciation sprinkled.
Thoughtfulness goes a long way. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get an intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. And today I have a special guest bringing to you live right here a banjo player, guitar player, member of the Soggy Ratz. We have artist Marsie.
Hi. Yo, what's up?
Is artsy. What's
Thank
up?
you.
How you
Thank
doing?
you for having me on the show.
Thank you for
I
coming on.
appreciate it. You have a beautiful space and a beautiful energy.
Let them know.
And you got me this orange juice, so we're on to like a great start.
I was so indecisive on the orange juice because, you know, they have like the green one. That one's my favorite, but I know
Okay.
some people don't fuck with that. So I didn't
Yeah.
know if you fucked with it. I didn't want to take the risk.
No, it's okay. I like all orange juices.
Yeah.
I like
fuck
pulp
with
and
orange
everything.
juice. Yeah.
I like oranges.
I didn't know what to expect really, because I've seen you around the community, especially like before 2020, just at the local like open mics, or maybe even at a couple at your shows or things you're performing at and everything.
Yeah, we've kind of just like gravitated in the same space together for a really long time.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say.
And I felt like you knew me and I knew you, but we just never like, you know, said hi bye, but nothing really too.
Dude, I'm hella sorry about that.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I've done that with a lot of people too. Because I mean, especially if I'm going to those events by myself, I'm straight up like rogue. Like I'm just like in,
Yeah.
and then I don't even say bye to nobody. I love doing that. It makes me, because I get super awkward having to go down the line of everyone and be like, bye, okay, have a conversation. I'd rather like just hit me up on Instagram, homie. Like.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Respect.
It's
And
a lot.
you know, I always see you doing your thing too. And like we were just talking about this. I'm very bashful.
Yeah.
Like I can seem loud at times, but I feel like I'm hella bashful. So I'm always just like, I saw you.
Oh yeah. No, I know, and I can kind of tell, like even at the show. So two things before we keep going into it for the show for you. Don't be afraid to interrupt me. It's, you know what I mean, I'm trying to entertain, but also have a real conversation and everything.
Okay.
But people don't understand, like, from what I mean, just classes and schools and things of talking and everything. It's funny, like, how we talk about sitcoms and, like, movies and stuff. People don't talk. Okay, then you go, then I go. Like, it's normal conversation is over each other.
True.
And I get
True.
people, when they get on the show, sometimes they're like, oh, let me wait. Is this inappropriate? Or we're talking, you know what I mean? So, like,
Okay.
that's something to ease your mind. And also, if you ever see me moving around or up or anything, I'll ask you a question, and then like I have to step away just to make sure everything's smooth and everything. So don't ever get like,
Okay.
try your best not to be like not interrupted by it, but
Like feel awkward or about
awkward,
it?
or just like get distracted.
Would you be awkward if like I moved around?
No,
like,
I don't care. I'm
if
really
I had
good
to
at
stretch
this.
my legs.
I'm really good at this.
Okay.
I'm pretty super
Yeah, no.
evil.
Like I came in with like half a shoe on. Like I might move around and shit.
You could do whatever you want to. But how's your day? How you been doing?
Dude, I've been great.
Mm-hmm.
I've been freaking great. This whole month has been like a man. I've been in a feeling of excitement and a feeling of anticipation. Just like trying to just be open to like receiving like all this love that I've been getting this past month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's been great.
Oh,
I had
that's what's
therapy yesterday. It was a good session, and so it's like I've just been like I feel like I've been on top of things.
Yeah.
At least just this past like day. I'm glad that we had this today.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. I'm
How's
glad
your day
you-
been though?
It's cool. Like everything I was telling you earlier, like worked out, got things, you know what I mean? It feels good to kind of get back on the roll of things today, and you're kind of like starting that back up again. I mean, I usually do this weekly. I was supposed to do some podcasts with my dad, the guy you saw out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's been actually he's been getting busier, and you know, he got
Oh,
time
the
for
schedules
it.
are starting to like topple a little bit.
Exactly. So
I've
was
seen
just
you guys like work out a lot.
He does. Everyone kind of assumes that I do, and like I have my moments when I get into it a lot. But no, I regularly work out. But like, so I'm not working out as much as him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
a six.
I mean, like it's
kind
kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like be up to that. But
Well, according
Because
to the House of
he's like-
Darkness, if you're according to the House of Darkness, those are excuses, and you are finding a way out of them. Finding a way out of being great in the moment. You know
no,
what
I
mean?
love that though. I love that though. I've been exercising with like my
Yeah.
best friend recently.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like we talk about it all the time where it's like I've never had like a workout partner that was as enthusiastic as me.
Yeah,
where it's like, we're gonna do this every day.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
yeah.
become like absolute units.
Yeah.
And no.
I totally believe in that.
progress.
Like, you should be trying to. And the thing is, I don't believe everyone needs to like lift weights or run or. You got to do something though. To me, like if you don't got something physical, like I don't care. Even if it's just walking or like if you don't have some type of physical thing to look forward to or whatever, then I'm like, what are you doing? Like the human body was made to do some of this stuff. So it's just like if you're all yogaed out, I love it. I love yoga. Yoga's cool too. It's not my one
best
thing I
friend's a
do.
yogi. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I can do it I can appreciate all those different, you know what I mean, type of things. But it's just like when you don't do nothing, I'm just like, yo, fam, like, yo.
Dude, that's hella funny. Like, I was actually like stalking you a little bit and like just brushing up on like a few just like clicking random ones and shit.
Yeah.
And like everyone I clicked on, everyone started the podcast with like, oh, I've been doing yoga recently. I've been like starting this meditation, breathing exercises and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like I'm all about that shit too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you're on top of things too.
Yeah, no, I get
it really helps with like mental health, I feel like.
I do. That's what I mean, I feel like, I guess because
Everything.
I'm like, so, like, I'm not trying to say that I'm like a negative person or whatever, because I was so much more like hippie dippy-ish. I was hella political more. And as I just grew older, by the time I grew out of college or like got out of college, graduated, a lot of that angst that I had, like, I just put that into my own problems in my own life instead of like the world's problems.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it's just like a lot of that stuff that we talk about, like, like mental health and stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh man, I was woke before woke or whatever. But like when I was doing all that other shit, it wasn't really like the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing about like in high school, I was like, yo, do you guys know about this law, that law? You know what I mean? My history, I was trying to be a history teacher too.
Oh, hell yeah.
All that shit, like, you know what I mean? I was trying to do all this weird shit. But as I got older, and it's just like, man, like life, like I got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's weird when people do these like mental like because I kind of like thrive in the negative, like, you know what I mean, like
You thrive in like the struggle.
yeah, you get what I'm saying,
Because
like
I do the same thing.
like yeah, okay, so like we could go to you on your music and things like that, like,
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean, like even like talking about like Soggy Ratz, like, you know what I'm saying, like that type of music, like you got a beautiful voice, you got a cool like guitar riff, but we talking about some sad ass shit majority.
No, exactly. Like
but
dude.
like sad songs make me happy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly. No,
saying?
it's like transformative. Like just like in our opinions, like you just need that shit, you know? Like it's important to have like all of your emotional range be open. Like that's what I was going to say earlier about like I can agree with you on that shit about like living in the struggle.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like I'm a negative person
Yeah,
or a
same.
positive person either.
Yeah.
I'm just like an emotional person.
There we go.
And,
yeah,
like-
I guess that's what I was trying to say. Is just like I feel like when people are like, "Hey, yo, speak your truth, put it in the universe, be positive, don't be negative." I'm like, bro, you're shutting off a whole side of emotional spectrum that like people were able to build fucking countries and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and go through feats and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I need some of this sad, like, you know, people
Exactly.
telling me I can't do shit. So in order to do shit, because if everyone's just telling me like great shit all the time, I'm like, well, okay, what am I working for? Everyone thinks I'm great already.
Exactly. No, for real. There's like something like about like holding on to the pain.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder, you know?
I love that shit there.
But yeah, no, like the 3-year anniversary of like our first album's coming up, and like it's hella funny, like all like me, Ryan, and Eliza, like my bandmates, we've all fucking had like our own crying sessions over like the album, because, you know, it's like getting up to that point again, and like I guess this like 3-year anniversary is somewhat gonna be like a closure for it, because it's like, oh shit, we're making new stuff, and it's like we've been holding on to this like album for a long time.
The new album, holding on to, or you're holding on to the first one. You're
The
talking
first
about.
one,
Like,
actually.
so you're talking about almost living in that feeling for a long
Yeah,
time. Like that
yeah.
was the thing.
No, for real.
Yeah, when it first came out. So like, when did you guys start Soggy Ratz?
Ah, man, we stared in 2017 technically.
Okay, and the album came out in 2019.
Yeah.
And then, so how long did you guys all know each other
Um,
before you like officially like, hey, we're the Soggy Ratz, and then go into also like trying to
Yeah.
get that story to start off like why you guys are called the Soggy Ratz.
oh no, for real. Oh shit, that's like a whole different story. But
Yeah.
me and Eliza. So the original bandmates is me, Eliza, my best friend, and our other best friend, Abel.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a year after, Ryan, our freaking amazing drummer,
Okay, yeah.
added on to like our family, you know?
Okay, cool.
But me and Eliza, we used to live together on Oak Street.
Okay.
Just like we were like friends of friends.
Are you born in Stockton?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm born and raised, second generation.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've been living in Stockton my whole life.
All right, for sure.
And it was like right after I got out of high school, and I was going through hella shit with my family. Like honestly, I got like kicked out, and like things were like just rough.
Do you care to want to explain why? Like, what specifically?
No,
you don't
for
have
real.
to. I'm just
No,
asking.
for real.
Yeah.
This is actually really great for me, like transformative, because
I want all of it. Like, give me it all,
no,
man.
For real. I used to be really like kind of ashamed to like talk about it, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like honestly, I was like a 4.0 student, like a AP student and shit, and like my parents used to be very strict. Like they're like nurses, real estate agents. And,
what ethnicity?
Filipino.
Filipino,
I'm full
okay.
Filipino.
Alright.
They came from the Philippines, from like Manila and Cebu.
Okay.
And yeah, no, they all moved here.
All right.
And you know, they had all of us, like me and my sisters.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I got expelled from high school on my sophomore year for selling weed. Yeah.
Why did you sell weed?
It was just something I was
Like, I was in AP classes. I knew the math. I knew how to get
Bro,
from here to there.
there was just like, yeah, no,
I knew the
there
metric
was just
system.
some
nigga.
like weird like ball that rolled down. No, for real. So like in high school, like I had like this.
You gotta invest early. I was in sophomore year. I was like, my senior year, we
Yeah, no, for real. I feel like
compound interest. Now.
so I had like this homie, and we were like that. We
My bad.
started smoking weed together. Oh, dude, you can drink your. Oh,
No, I'm gonna put it on silent.
I got
that
you.
was that was
but
unprofessional.
no, I feel you. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Get out of my class. No, but freaking, I had a friend, and we started smoking weed together and shit, and then we started doing drugs together, and like it was like a little like in between that I fell into, because exactly what you said. Like I was like a nerd in high school.
Yeah,
So like really, he was the one making connections,
yeah.
and I was like the one pushing stuff. But every time I used to get in trouble, they'd be like, "What? He ain't doing anything.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at him,
no way, yeah,
like
yeah,
with
yeah.
his glasses and his bow tie."
This was a perfect scheme for.
It was like a perfect scheme for like a year, you know.
Oh really? Okay.
And then it was actually like through a different school where like, I'm not sure if this is too much information for the pod. It's fine.
We can delete it if it ends up being that.
No, but
Yeah,
freaking, we were selling to like a different school, and we would make hella money off like just selling trays of brownies.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
it was like this very rich school where these girls would just like buy trays of brownies.
Yeah.
And they would just be like, name the price.
Yeah, they got daddy's money, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
we'd
yeah.
be like, 400 for the whole tray.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, 400.
Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Take it, you
Here's a
know?
tip. Like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
yeah.
But you know, eventually it like all fell through, and like
Because white girls be talking.
white girls be talking. Dude, basically they took that whole tray of brownies, and they all gave it to like their classmates one day in school. So they
my
all
God.
you can already.
You guys
understand
over here making
where
fucking weed brownies in a bathtub and shit.
Oh, dude. It's so crazy looking back at like that time in my life, because it was just like,
Yeah, it's like you always died, bro. Like fucking thought they could fly or some shit, bro.
dude, I don't know. I was just on some like little like hood rebel shit for a
I
while.
did shit like that.
It was weird. No, but like it all fell through, and like eventually like I like got caught and like expelled, and they like gave me the choice of like, you can whether like dip out, find your own way, or you go to this remedial school for like 2 years. You come back on like your senior year.
Yeah.
And like whatever. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So since then I just got my GED, and I went to Delta,
Okay.
and like lo and behold, I'm like finishing my like double majors now.
Okay.
And I'm like, I didn't even ever believe that I'd make it to this point of like finishing,
Yeah.
because it was almost like a big farewell for me when it happened.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so like once I got expelled, like that led to me and Eliza eventually meeting.
Oh yeah, I was like,
living
wow.
in Oak Street. Yeah, like we're
Oh yeah, Soggy Ratz. Yeah. I was like, fuck all this. Like,
Yeah.
So the weed.
No, but freaking it's really funny that we talk about this because like it's hella dope. So I write a lot of poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I've been writing poetry since.
And you
like,
read a lot of
grade.
books too. We can get into that later.
I do read a lot of
I forgot to
books.
say you're a bookworm, but go ahead.
I am.
You do write a lot of poetry.
Yeah, no. So I've been writing like since 4th grade, and been going through all my own old phone notes, and I wrote like poetry throughout the whole time of like first smoking weed to getting expelled.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And so I'm actually going to be in this art residency soon, where I'm going to be able to like focus on my art. That's a whole different thing that we should talk about. But
Yeah.
freaking, I'm gonna make a zine, and
What's a zine?
oh shit, a zine is basically like a short magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It was popularized by like the DIY scene of like punk scenes, like artists who just like make their own like stuff, and like you just like make your own booklet with your own drawings, your own writings.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Your own way of making your own book, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have like basically a poetry album of like me smoking weed and getting expelled from high school, and it's just like until now where I've finally been okay with like just talking about this with everyone.
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 22, turning 23 in March,
okay,
baby.
You're a youngin'.
I am. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 31.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not that old. You're like in your dirty 30s.
I don't even care about age, gender. I don't really care about none of that stuff. But I mean, I do accept that it exists and it can be perceived.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
If you just look at, that's why I look at like. I was gonna go into also a question about also of like how you became you or whatever. Have you always been? I'm trying to ask.
Have I always been fruity?
Yeah. Like yeah. When did you know you were Marsie? Like,
Oh, dude, that's a whole other like world of a question too. Thank you though.
Yeah.
So like
I'm sure I'm not the only curious one. You know?
Yeah, man. No, I've always known that I've been like oh man, so I'm like, for the show, I'm gay, I'm gender fluid, pansexual.
Yeah.
I go by Marsie. That's like my preferred name.
What's define pansexual?
Pansexual. That is basically like I don't really like see like gender as like a border for sexuality.
Yeah.
Like
That's
like,
what. Go ahead.
Like honestly, like I've never seen like relationships as like, oh, you have to be male or female.
Yeah.
You can be male, female, non-binary, trans.
It doesn't even matter. You're just loving the whatever the person is.
I think it just matters on like the connection.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. See, that's what my so all right. So here's a question: is it okay for someone saying they're a little gay? Or
Yes.
Or I'm 10% gay.
In my opinion, yes. I was having this conversation with some of my gay homies the other day, where it was like,
and you guys sound like gay.
And we were like, yeah. And
I was with my gay homies.
I was with my gay homies watching Boy Love, thinking about butt stuff. No, but we went like this, and we were just like, does a straight person truly exist?
I don't think so. See, that's my thing. So, like the only reason I say I make the joke, because my friends, not all of my friends, not all people, but some people who don't even know me or whatever, they'll say they would label me as pansexual, or they'd be like, oh, you're 10% gay. Which I kind of came up with the term. I heard another comedian say it. It's like, because then like once you start that, you're like, all right, well, because then like I like the idea like, wait, so what's 10% gay? Like, what is, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
And so, like, to me, it's just like, I'm just letting you know, like, there's certain things that I don't even know what's gay, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you from society's norms, I think I'm a little gay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, certain dudes are not comfortable touching, not going, like, to maybe going to a drag show, or maybe going to a gay club, or maybe even kissing a dude, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that makes you gay, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But some people it is. Maybe even to a gay person, like, nah, you gay. But you know what I mean? I don't know.
I feel it.
I don't know. Me, I don't even think about it like that. I'm just doing me. All I know is that I've never got hard because of a dude walked in. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually put my mind through that stuff. Like, okay, like, hey, yo, like, let me put myself in that situation to at least think about it. Like, you mean, like, I'm not gonna, like, again, like, I'm not gonna just shut this idea off. I know a lot of guys just shut the idea down, and I'm like, you're not even curious to know how gay, like, you could, or like what's comfortable for you. They're like, no, bro, I don't even think about it. I'm like,
and
do you ever think about it?
That's where the
bro?
argument stood, basically, where it's like, it really just matters on, like, is a person, like, down to actually, like, experience that and, like, figure it out?
I've tried, and I'm
like,
just like, yeah.
I think that's
fun,
where we were like, that's where the straight line stands. It's like people who are just like kind of scared to experience that, but you know, if you're straight too, that's cool. Be you. But the pansexual community would welcome you with open arms.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
No,
because I just like, I don't know. I mean, I've just been to certain places and done certain things. A gay man hits, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And usually I'm not. People would think I'm like into. Well, I don't know. It's so weird too. Because like proposed a situation or whatever, like some girl who I'm totally not attracted. Like there's only 2 people I could ever be with the rest of my life if you gave it the objective. Some woman that I'm totally not attracted to, right?
Yeah.
Totally. And let's say maybe a transgender, you know what I mean? That's super hot to me and I have a connection. Those are only 2 people I could choose. I'm probably going with the transgender, bro.
Exactly.
Now, since we're in a world.
Put labels aside, like if you just like that person, exactly.
But I think I'm more into femininity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The feminine features and things like that.
No, I
you get what
completely
I'm saying?
understand that. No, for real.
And but like if you even bring these discussions up to certain people, you know what I mean? They're just like, even to certain women. I can't even talk about this to like girls I've talked to because they're like, damn, am I about to date a gay dude? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we kind of.
And that's like the ultimate insult to a woman is getting cheated on by a guy. You know what I mean?
Right. No, but like I find that so backwards because it's like, man, that they'll probably know like the best ways to love you down. They have like their feminine and masculine sides, like. Yeah. But I like what you said about like not really thinking too hard about it. Yeah. Because I think that's what people do. That's kind of a problem sometimes. Yeah. Where it's like for me, I never really thought too hard about it until I connected with something so deeply where it was like, oh shit, that's me. Like that's what I've been trying to describe this whole time. And that's basically what like pansexual and like gender fluid like was for me. Like
around what age did you like think about that or get to that? Was it always like you always just knew?
So like that's like another thing too that's kind of hard like with my family where it's like I've always been like closeted with them. Like I'm still closeted now even though it's
hey, no you're not.
It's like very obvious. Yeah, no, for real.
Hey, no you're not.
Like no, exactly. Like all they have to do is walk in my room and like look around.
I don't even have to walk in your room.
You just gotta smell me.
I don't know what. Hey, I just know, bro.
So I've always been like closeted and kind of closed off with them. But see, like for gender fluid, for example, I never knew about that term until like I had a best friend who was gender fluid, and I met them around like when I was like 18, 19, you know, and my whole life. I've kind of never really seen it as like masculine or feminine, but I've been a really girly person my whole life. Like I fucking collected stuffed animals until my parents threw them away. I would like hella like just girly shit, and like I would want to like hang out with my sisters, and it was more of just like being pushed into like a realm of like, oh, you gotta like do more sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did they start like forcing you to play like basketball and shit? So
yeah, dude. Like straight up, like they forced me to do like fucking Filipino martial arts and shit.
Yeah,
and, like
that's
it was cool. It was cool.
That's gender. Like that goes past gender. You know what I'm saying?
Which is another thing too. Which I enjoyed all of that as well.
Yeah,
it was just like I felt like I was closed off from something, and I always felt like I don't know, like I hella always connected with like my mom and my aunts and like my sisters and shit.
Yeah.
But freaking.
But like, so you always connected with like just women in general, or just relating to them, or like you just liked things that they did?
Like that was another thing too, where it was like going through like.
You've dated both men and women?
Yeah, and see, that's a whole other thing too. Like I dated guys like in fucking being closeted through high school. It's like a whole fucking universe that fucking, it's like the dark realm.
It sounds like an episode of Euphoria to me.
Oh shit! I haven't watched that one. Oh, really? You talking about that one?
Oh my god, man!
Fucking-
Come on.
No, dude, but like even like looking at like all like being gay, like it was hard for me to understand that because like in my mind, like it was something like I always just wished I was like the girl, like my best friend who's like dating like the cute guy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I never, like at the time, like when everyone was fucking closeted and shit, and you'd get bullied for being gay, like I didn't want to be like the one open gay guy in high school who's like,
flamboyant.
like the one token gay guy.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just like it was something different, and I couldn't describe it until it was like, oh, you're probably just gender fluid, and you should just like be you, like whatever that spectrum may like lie on, like today in like the present moment.
And just going on to the term gay, I'm like, who started like calling people gay? You know what I'm saying? Question. It always trips me out on the thing because, like, you know, people want their term like we're gay, but like wasn't that like started as a slander, or no? It was just always positive because I don't think so. Like back in like what early 1900s, people were just like, oh yeah, like
damn, you got a good point.
That's what makes me just trip out. Like, you know, like black people know, we know nigga is like, that was a derogatory one. We switched it up.
Yeah, true.
But I'm just saying, like, so y'all really want gay? Like, y'all should just pick a whole different thing.
And like, see, like, that's like the world we're living in right now, bro, where it's hella weird. Like, so I got like a homie, and he's like the same age as you, like 30, 31.
Yeah.
And like just now, he's finally like coming out the closet and like coming into himself and shit.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane and beautiful to like all of us, like who's friends with him, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like you can tell, like the life he lives, he's been fucking beat into like being straight, and it's just like something he's like grown used to.
Yeah.
But now that he's out, he's fucking like, we've seen him like in like flourish, dude.
Yeah.
He's like,
we were just talking about this
happy,
on the podcast because they're just like, if you're like so just like, I'm not gay or I'm not this, I'm doing something else, but if you just
like kill a part of yourself.
Yeah, it's like if you just open up that door a little bit, you could just boom. Like instead of being in that dark ass room, that little door that's like, no, I'm not going in there. I'm not going. And then you open the door like, damn, bro, it's just a fucking.
Yeah, and you don't gotta be
I
like.
wanted to make a joke.
No,
like, I'm not gonna do it.
What?
It's just a sea of lollipops and dicks everywhere. You love it. You're swimming your backstroke.
No, and that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Though.
Like, I love it. Fuck it.
You don't have to be the flamboyant like token dude in high school like for opening up to this shit. You just gotta open the door and like just see what's inside. And like you just gotta be open with yourself. Like people are just people. And like I think that's like the thing about like just like the gay community that's the core, you know? It's like it doesn't matter like what it is. You're just a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's hella insane. And we were talking about it too, where it's like it feels like the older you get, the harder it becomes to break that barrier.
Yeah.
Like once you're like closeted or you make that decision.
I mean, that's just not even with just that, but just with anything. You know what I mean? Whatever you've been doing, like
it's like braces or like dental work.
Whatever, it's just gonna take a minute. You could switch it and shift it, just like your teeth. You could shift it or whatever. You know what I mean? But it takes time. You know what I mean? It's hard. You know. But by the time I'm like 27, a lot of the stuff that I said that I like and like doing like that, I'm like tripping out because I'm like, damn, I don't see me doing anything else. You know what I mean? Like making music, doing like little like podcasts and little stuff like that. Little like trips I like to take, but like I'm like, I don't know. I don't even, like people are like, but you don't want to do this. I'm like, nah, I don't. I'm like, I thought I would want more or get. You know what I mean? Like I want more in the things I like, but I don't. There's not. It's not more things. It's just it's just more things than that one thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel it. I feel it. You know what you like.
I forgot you're 22.
Fuck up.
Like, I gotta find more things.
Age is but a number, man. No, I have a problem with having way too many passions, and so like I don't know. I try to stick to what I like too. But I think like the thing, like there was that switch up though, like this past like 5 or 10 years or some shit, where it's like, cause I work with kids. I'm like in an after school program.
Okay.
So it's like talking with my homie who's like 30, 31.
Yeah.
And like me who's like 22, you know, like a few years down the line. Like high school was different, bro. Like high school was like if you showed any like amount of fruity, you'd be fucking cut.
Me when we were like, I even trip out like when we were in middle school, like just the slang we would use. You know what I mean? Like I get like I was so like just even
like saying just throwing faggot around,
oh my
man.
God, thank you for saying it.
Yeah, I'll say it for you. It's fine. It's fine. You can say it. It's fine.
Now I understand what white people talk about because I just play out and everywhere. I was like, but like I would say that word all the time, like you know what I mean, and like, and
it's
when
like
I was
a different world.
Yeah,
It's
12.
crazy.
When I was 12 years old, back in fucking 2002. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everybody. You know what I mean? And it was just like. That was just a thing, like saying, yo, that's gay or whatever. And then like trying to defend it when you're in high school. But then we start, by the time end of high school, most people weren't saying it. It was kind of like, because everyone kind of started seeing like people who were gay. And it was just like, why?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. Like, I felt like that's around like, because my sister's 2 years younger than me, right? And I feel like me and my sister are like the age cutoff to like what that shit is. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the younger generation and older generation, like she's so much more on that side of like being woke and all that stuff. And I'm not saying as a negative thing, because I'm looking at it just like of things that we're experiencing in life. Like,
it's like the shift that's happened.
I was more at the end of college when social media was popping. She was like at the end of high school. So, you know, she knew more effects of like being bullied online. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen it, but it wasn't as developed as it was. And even though it's only 2 years apart, the things that we're going through, I was maybe able to, you know, Facebook was popping, but like she got to see like probably by when she was younger how Instagram was influenced people and things you could do. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
just
that was definitely the generation of
difference.
social media, man.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of like in the in between too, cause like I was born in '99.
Okay.
So like I fucking remember like dial up. I remember like home telephones.
You know some of that shit.
I remember like I have a CRT fucking TV still.
Okay.
And you know I still fucking grew up with like the internet and shit and like all the cool shit.
Yeah.
But no, there's this shift though that's happened where it's like people aren't getting bullied anymore and like people can be open with whatever they want to be, and like it's now just like becoming an acceptance.
Yeah,
like, dude, I work with kids now. I work with kids now, and kids be asking me like, "What are my preferred pronouns?"
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you about that. Since you work with kids, like, how are they, like, you know what I mean, adjusted to you, or I guess like not adjusted to, but just to like society, like, you know what I mean? Because like some of them are probably know half of what, you know what I mean, or way more educated, like, you know what I mean, at that age of what things are and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody was gay for like forever. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real. And there's still like an ignorant like thing that needs to be educated. Mm-hmm. Like I still see like kids time by time being like, "Oh, what? You gay or something?"
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely just like the thing I love to see is like I'll be working at schools, and there would just be like openly gay kids that are just comfortable like being who they are.
Yeah,
and
sure.
They'll just openly talk to me about like, "Oh yeah, I know, like I like my best friend, blah blah blah. She's hella cute. Blah, blah, blah. Like these are the music I listen to." And it's like, dude, I never got to experience that as a kid.
Yeah.
It was like me having to fit into the mold of everything else.
Yeah, as much as we would be like, man, I wish you could have a better da-da-da, you wouldn't be the person you are today.
Yeah, no, for real. It did it made me who I am today for sure.
Yeah.
When I work with kids, before I was gender fluid, they would be like, "Are you a boy or a girl?"
Yeah.
And that's the shit I still get like every day, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, but you like that probably. You like to be both.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then like kids be asking me the wildest shit, like, you know, like, "Oh, so are you gay?" Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. And like I just gotta hit them with the truth, and then also like hit them with their own medicine too, where it's like, do you enjoy it if I asked you, like, are you gay?
Yeah,
are you straight?
Yeah.
And like they kind of like understand. Like, oh, the perspective.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying with people and everything. Like, I don't even think about it. Like, even if I see you how you are, I'm like, okay, whatever, move on. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even, it's not even like, I mean, not to be like so rude, like, I don't even, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I could give two fucks what you're trying to do right now.
And that's the same thing. No, bro, that's the same way I see you in the most loveliest terms.
Yeah, respectfully.
Like respectfully, like do your own thing, bro. Like I don't give a fuck.
I can see what kind of person you are.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just like when you play the banjo. Going back to music, you know what I'm saying? But
No, for
just to
real.
go and say, I don't know anything about instruments like that, even though I have a guitar right here. But it almost seems like you play the banjo almost like it's like the ukulele. Am I right about that or no?
No, you're relatively right. when I learned it, it was the way my mindset was like, oh, this is just like a fucking porch ukulele. Like this is like a country ukulele.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, I did, like, when it gives it a different sound, a more full sound, and it's not like, usually, unless you got, like, some cool, like, little ukulele that's expensive, but usually everyone's got, like, a rinky-dink ukulele, like, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
And then you got this banjo, and I'm just like, okay, what the fuck, you about to be like, but you over here, and I'm like, oh,
Doing
shit.
some chuck-in.
Yeah, like, you're doing, like, the ukulele, but you get a different sound, and it almost is like, oh, shit, like, this is cool, like, you know what I mean? So, I'm glad I was right.
No, thank you. I like picked up the banjo hella randomly. I got it from like my ex-lover like 4 years ago as like a birthday present.
Really?
And like, since then it's just been like a special instrument to me.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I was about
there's like
to ask
certain
you.
songs that
How'd
are
that
just
come
written on the
about?
banjo.
Yeah.
What?
The band, like, so was like, oh, this is like funny, or like, hey, maybe you should try this.
I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah.
And see, that's how I know they knew me so well, and
Yeah.
like they hella loved me at the
Damn,
time.
you get hot about this ex-lover right now.
No, it's just the appreciation. I can look back and appreciate that because I'm like,
Appreciate that
fuck,
person.
I wouldn't have a banjo. So
Yeah. So that wasn't all toxic.
yeah, it wasn't all toxic, exactly. Fuck. Hi. No, but that's how I got the banjo.
Can't stop thinking about you.
That's actually how me and Eliza met, dude. Yeah, no, honestly, that song's low key a little bit about like her, but we won't even get into that.
All right,
Fucking,
yeah.
because I'm in such a better place in my life right now, dude. It's actually really like funny. I feel like just like a year ago, I would be uncomfortable talking about that type of shit.
About what?
Like just like about my ex, and like the trauma held within.
Yeah.
But it's like now I can just look back at it and just like appreciate it. I feel like I've experienced so much love.
Wait till you get 31.
Oh, shut up! When I hit my dirty,
I'm like,
30s.
bring on the trauma.
No.
Bring on the trauma and the and the baby mamas. Let's go, bro.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I can't wait to make a song after messing with this chick.
Yo, my song material is just gonna get even better.
It's so terrible to live that way, but like literally when something goes bad, I'm like, man, I can make a great song out of this moment right now.
Stop. You can't force it, but like that's
I
where
can
art
goddamn
comes
sure
from.
use it.
Yeah, no, goddamn for sure use it.
Even if it's not the actual situation, once I get that feeling,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's use it. Like, let's use that feeling and make a fucking banger right now.
No, for real. No, for me, I've been in my feelings recently, and I've been having happy cries a lot to myself.
Yeah.
Just because I've just felt so alive recently, and I think what always powers me through is what you said earlier, where it's I'm always gonna hold on to the pain and where I came from. That's my roots,
Yeah.
And I'll always be going to therapy to check in with my mental health and shit. But that's what makes me so happy about right now. Fuck, I'm growing,
Yeah, look, you have to remember those negative times or whatever just to be look what I got through. Look, I'm still fucking here, dog.
Exactly.
And look what else I'm about to do. That's all, you know what I mean?
And then let yourself feel that shit. Let yourself feel how far you've come,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really great. I'm glad I can just look back at all that shit. It's been a fucking amazing month. I think it's gonna be an amazing year.
Okay.
We
were talking about how you meet up with Eliza because of the banjo or your ex or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But before we go into that, just because I don't want to bring something negative, but did you get your stuff stolen this month?
I did. Or in the beginning of the year.
Oh, okay.
I did.
But then you were just playing a banjo the other day.
So the Soggy Ratz had their equipment stolen. I had it in my car because we were about to run a show the very next day.
Yeah.
And it all got jacked. It was just our sound system, my ukulele, all of our mics and our wires and stuff.
Yeah.
But everyone in the community hella helped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy. It's kind of like a bad thing transferred into a good thing.
Well, it showed you how much love you got, and how you're not alone and shit.
Dude,
you know what I
for
mean?
real.
Yeah.
We weren't even the ones like. Thank you, like Coda, like my best friend Coda, because like they right on the spot, they just immediately made a GoFundMe.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, no questions asked, like what the fuck,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what do you mean you're not gonna make it?
Yeah.
And like we had equipment, like new equipment, better equipment in the next like month, you know.
Yeah, it's like everybody's like, no, you guys are gonna fucking keep going, all right?
Dude, it was insane. Like it's gonna make me cry right now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like I hella felt the love.
Cry for the views. Cry for the views. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but freaking. Yeah, man. Like that did happen though. But things are better now. We have
That's
better
what's up.
equipment. Thank you to Music Go Round 2.
Oh, okay.
Like,
for sure.
the
Shout
homies-
out. I've been going to a lot of music stores lately too, just for some of these
Nice.
equipment.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to get some new like
The interface.
interface, man.
Yeah, speakers. It's gonna
When's
come
your
up
birthday?
soon. September 29th.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What? Yeah, that's hella far away.
I'm like, yeah, that's hella far away, bro. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'll make you a GoFundMe.
Please do.
Let me just
Please
try.
fucking do. So talk about how you met Eliza.
Yeah. So we actually met through my ex. So we were all living on Oak Street, me and a few of my friends out of high school. And we needed a roommate. And my ex was like, hey, my best friend from Humboldt is coming back from college and she really needs a spot. She's gonna be out on the street. Like,
Yeah.
I want to like help her out. And that was how we ended up meeting Eliza. And like
Okay.
it flourished.
When she was getting kicked out.
She was just coming back from college and she just needed a spot,
my
you know.
bad.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole other story of like
Yeah.
like I know her living situation was
Yeah.
gonna be like funky.
Yeah.
And so we needed a roommate. It kind of just fit.
You paid welcome in, and so y'all was chilling, living with together, and then you're like, "Yo, did you always knew she could sing, or?"
So we had like a rocky start of a friendship actually.
Because those are the best friendships.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, me and Eliza, we had like a little frenemy thing in the beginning. We kind of like pulled in between like my ex, which was her best friend as well.
Yeah.
But like maybe like after a year of like settling into like Oak Street, we started like singing with each other.
Yeah.
Like me and Abel, we would always jam, play guitar. He was like my first friend who like hella recognized like my music.
Yeah.
Cause I was always like writing like songs and stuff, you know, and I had like a few of the Swamp songs like already written.
Yeah.
And he was just like, dude, this is like something. Like you should do something.
Yeah, put it out there.
And living with Eliza, we were like, oh shit, like she has pipes. She can she has a soul in her voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually after we moved out of Oak Street. And like so much stuff happened. If you want to know like about that, just like listen to like Swamp songs, you know, because it's like the friends that we lived with at the time, like, you know, we were all growing up and there was like we were fucking doing drugs together. We were fucking like all canoodling with each other. Like I had like my relationship on like during the time and we were all like all over the place, you know? And eventually we all got evicted, you know?
Yeah.
And like living on Oak Street too, like we were kind of like living in like the middle of the fucking hood, dude. So it was just like a hella like a reality check for a second. But after we all moved out, that's when we started singing together. Okay. And I was just like, dude, like we should make something out of this. Like let's like just start practicing these songs. And eventually we put a name together. We came out to the like Mexican Heritage Center. That was like the first place we performed because my sister has a coffee shop there. Okay. It was like there in Blackwater. Shout out to Blackwater too, because now my sister Tara also owns that spot. So it's really? Like we literally just transferred, you know, all these special places.
The coffee place, right?
Yeah, the coffee place.
Your sister owns that?
Yeah. It's my sister who owns Tara Coffee. It's like a family business.
Oh, okay.
For me.
All right.
But Yeah, no,
Why'd
that.
you say it like that?
Oh, dude, my sister.
Don't like give me into
Yeah,
it, because I'm like, you're giving me so much, like, physically, so I'm just
Dude,
like,
I'm
bro,
sorry.
I can dig. Like,
no, dude.
Like, don't let me do this to you. Like
Yeah, cut that,
like,
cut that,
keep
cut
a little
that.
poker face a
Yeah.
little bit, because I'm like, yo, so.
No,
So-
dude, I'm going through some drama with my sister right now. I won't lie, I'm going
I
through
felt
some
it.
drama.
Right when you said, I was like, yeah,
my
there's
sister.
something there.
Yeah, no, you felt it. I see what I said about me being an emotional person. I can't hide my emotions when I talk, dude.
I feel you.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, don't let me do that to you.
You're okay. That's just you, Harmon. You're fucking fine. But no, it's just cool. Like so, yeah, we used to perform at the Blackwater, and then eventually we met Ryan.
Yeah.
We joke around. I don't remember when I met Ryan, but he just played the drums, and we asked him if.
Kept going, yeah.
Yeah, one day we just asked him if he wanted to be a part of the band, and he's been family ever since. You know.
That's what's up. It's so hard to be working with the older you get to. Maybe I'm just tripping on this old thing, but just I think in general though, it doesn't matter your age, but it's harder to work with people and then harder to stay together. So it's like I don't know how you guys' relationship and everything, but that's hard. And so I think like people need to look at that, especially making music, being able to agree on things. You know what I mean? It's, you can't really take things personal, artistically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's times where like personal stuff comes into you're like, oh, you're making that decision because of I fucking took your last Pop-Tart or some shit. But fucking like,
Damn,
but also
you didn't flush the toilet, so we're not having practice tonight.
Yeah, fuck you, dog. Like,
No,
you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like things like that can happen. It can end up being like now, but like as far as artistically, you can't take it because you're like, bro, this is my ear or this is my song. Or
You're hella right.
So you gotta at least I know personally. I don't know whatever because I've been up and down on taking shit personally. But as far as artistically, you can't fucking really unless you're gonna do everything by yourself. Like, don't take that shit personal, bro. Because sometimes it's just a fucking suggestion. You know?
Yeah. No, for real.
Yeah.
See, I've had to learn that shit. Like, I won't lie. Like, I used to, like, lead this... Whenever I'd be on my angsty shit, sometimes I'd leave with, like, an iron fist. And I'd be like, nah, that suggestion is... we're doing it my way.
Yeah.
But, no, dude, the Soggy Ratz, we've had, like, highs and lows. That shit is real, dude. Like, like a band or like a team in anything, not even just in music, I think it's like a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard, especially like you guys have so many. Like you got 4 people. People are like, oh, that's whatever. I'm like, dude, everyone like. Not only do you have a relationship with each one of those people, but they have one with each one of those people. So it's not just it's 4 relationships. It's like fucking 3 times 4, 12 relationships or whatever.
Shout out to polyamory, dude. Like, how? It's like if you really love them, you'll make it work, you know. But,
hey, off question. You ever been in an orgy?
In an orgy? No, I've been in a threesome.
Okay.
I feel like orgies would make me like weirded out. I don't know. It's weird. Like really. So when's the point where like everyone decides to stop?
When the ketamine wears off.
Just kidding. Dude, you. Stop.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I was just asking because of the polyamory thing.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Dude,
like I said, bro,
my life
10%
has been
kid,
rocked
bro.
recently, man. I've been learning about, like, polyamorous stuff recently.
Yeah.
I feel it. Like, I used to think it was really, I've learned recently that polyamory is, like, a whole universe, where it's, like, there are so many different types of, like, relationships.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, ways you can go about, like, being partners with people, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, I used to always see it as, like, you're just, like, dating multiple people, but in the open. Like,
Yeah. Dead ass.
Like, all due respect, but use a hoe. But
It's okay to be a hoe.
it's okay to be a hoe.
That's the
Everyone's
only-
had their hoe phases, and, like, it's okay to be a hoe.
And it's cool
like,
that you want to put your hoe face out there to
out there,
everybody.
exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, but I feel it, dude.
It's an unwritten contract. That's all.
Yeah, I feel it. No,
It's an
but
unwritten agreement. You know what I
I've,
mean?
like, grown, like, a deeper respect for that shit recently. Like, I've, like, low-key, like, fallen in love with, like, a couple. Or, like, I've understood...
individually, but only together? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man. It's, like, it's some crazy shit, but, like, no, I get it. I get it.
I have no idea.
My life has been rocked, dude.
Yeah.
I just see things in a bigger perspective now, and there are books I need to read about these things.
Oh, let's go into that. So, like, you love books. Is that, like, just your thing? You've always done that? Like, even, like, is that, like, I mean, obviously it's helped you as a writer, and, but is that also, like, I don't know, I guess, like, fantasy helps you take you away or something like that, or?
I started reading in high school.
Like, really, I'm not, like,
So my
obviously
first-
reading, but I'm saying, like, what, like, when did you, like, yo, I'm a bookworm, and you just took off with it?
So, like, I tell everybody, like, everyone's like a bookworm. You just gotta find that book.
Really?
You know? Yeah, dude.
Because I'm not. That's the one thing I guess we haven't clicked on. I'm like, bro.
So we
books?
gotta find you that
Books?
It's like when
Word?
you
Books?
it's like when you fall in love with for the first time, man.
Yeah,
Once you
yeah,
find
yeah.
it, you're like, holy
In
shit.
college, I read all the time because I had to, and then I'd even read like extra shit or whatever and stuff. But like
That's
now,
not the same.
But I don't read like.
No, that's not
I
the
don't
same.
read.
You were forced to read that shit.
Yeah, some of it, but some of it not. No, I would actually like go and find other things to read about subjects and like maybe by this author or some shit. Because I was like, oh, I want to learn. Like I was in college, so I was like, oh, I want to learn. Like you know what I mean. And
feel
after
it.
college, I was like, I don't want to do shit, bro.
It's like, fuck, I got shows. What?
Yeah.
It's like, I got music. I don't need to.
Yeah, I can only read.
I can
but-
close my eyes.
But yeah, but like, what does reading do for you though?
Reading just does it for me.
Yeah.
Reading just hits that spot. Well, obviously, I think reading is like important for like intellectual growth and shit. Like I think it keeps my mind going. I smoke a lot of weed, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like my two favorite hobbies is smoking weed and reading. Like I like doing
yeah.
it at the same time.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, it like drives my imagination. It like keeps me like learning new words. It makes me like interested in like
Yeah.
what people have to say and shit.
What kind of things do you like to read?
I like to read everything. So recently I've read the whole series of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
That's like been like my most favorite hyperfixation recently. I
So is
fucking
it,
love
like-
that series.
So like, what genre though?
I don't know if I have a favorite genre.
No.
Yeah, no.
So you like reading self-help books too and stuff like that?
I hate that you said that. That's probably the only genre where I'm kind of like fidgety about.
Yeah. See.
See, cause
Man,
like
I'm good, man.
yeah, good. You're hitting the points. You're hitting the points. So like the first book I ever read, like my book that you need to find your book.
Yeah.
My book is Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz.
Okay.
And I like found it in the library when I was in high school, and like when I found that book, or it was middle school, but when I found that book, like I read it in like one night,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
nights, and like that book brought me through everything. It made me laugh. It made me like yearn. It made me like worry for the character, and then like in the very end, like the last part, like that the twist. It like made me cry for like the whole night.
Yeah.
I like just had to sit there and just like think about it.
Yeah.
And after that book, like I wanted to show everyone that book.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah, and I like made all my friends read it, and like I bought the book, and I every time people like ask for a suggestion, I usually that's like one of my first suggestions. Because I'm like, if you...
What's the book again?
It's Odd Thomas by
Odd
Dean
Thomas.
Koontz.
Dean
It's like
Koontz.
a mystery thriller book.
Okay.
It's about like this fry cook who can see ghosts and spirits,
shit.
and
Alright.
it takes him on like a very like crazy ass adventure. He also has like a badass girlfriend named Stormy. See, it's like this book is always on the back of my mind because
Yeah.
it's like I'm in love with this book, dude.
Yeah.
And since I've read that book, like I've always like I want to experience that love again,
Yeah.
you know. And so I've just like kept on reading.
Yeah.
And I like hoard books, so I do like my little big library.
Yeah, so I saw that. That's what made me realize you read a lot of books. I'm like, damn, you really fuck with books. It's not like you're like a casual reader, like, oh yeah, like I try to read a book a month or a book a week or something. Like you're like, no, like if I got some free time, like the way like certain people are like, hey, I gotta play this game or something. You're like, yo, I got 15 minutes. Yo, let me get on this book.
That's
real
me.
quick.
Yeah. Like usually you'll seldom see me without like a book in my hand, you know?
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah, no, that's like my way of kind of like spreading the love. Like I've been hoarding books since I was little. So like that's my way of like, I want everyone to read too. I want everyone to like feel that love. And if people have books that they're just throwing away, like fuck, send them my way. Like, let me give that shit some love.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, no, I'm just hella passionate about it. I also like I'm finishing school and my major is like English. So like reading and writing is just super big for me.
Yeah.
Like I've been writing since like 4th grade.
Do you have a lot of sexual fantasies in libraries?
Dude, I've Oh, you're making me expose myself, dude.
I'm so good.
Oh man, I hate you. I hate
Like
you.
sometimes you're the librarian and sometimes you're the one checking out the book.
Bro,
You know what
so
I'm
like
saying?
I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't like take away my graduation from
Dewey Decimal System.
no, actually, I'm gonna just say this, but if you live in Stockton, you already know what the fucking community college is. But I once came on the community college books, okay?
What the fuck?
Me and my girl,
That's how much
we went in there.
Books, bro.
We went in there. We were like, it's warm, it's quiet.
I feel you. Damn. Hey, props on that one, man. I never got that done.
And I love me some literature.
Man. I was gonna say, but I didn't actually.
Cut that.
That was gold, bro. I'll give you one. I fucked in a lecture hall. There was a girl that I used to talk to or whatever, and I always would see her, and then like she like I've for some reason always had girls like, you know, they want to be with me physically, and I'm like, yo, this is the one. Usually especially back in college, I'm the one turning them down. Not like, oh, like I had a bunch of girls.
Damn, okay.
I'm not saying like that. I'm not saying like that. I'm not saying I had a bunch of girls hollering at me. I'm just saying.
Were you just like more on a different like
I knew I was gonna
mindset?
come back to California. I was in Indiana, and I was like, bitch, unless you're gonna move back to fucking California, like, you know what I mean? It's not gonna work. Like, it's not. I'm going back to California. Like, unless you're able to, like, and you really want to do it on the whim of our love of fucking move to California away from your family, pick up your whole life. It's not. And almost everyone is. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, all right, then why do you say I love you?
Okay. I can tell you're very much a logical person for like just setting those standards already with people in Indiana like that.
I think it was also an excuse. Just to keep fucking. But anyway. I fucked in a lecture hall. I met this girl and I was like, man, I always wanted to be with her. She's a white girl with dreads. I've never seen that like that where I was from at the time. And we messed around, fooled around, and she never wanted to date me. She was dating these other like weird ass loser guys who I thought was, and I'm like, yo, bro, especially in college, I'm like, bro, I'm fucking bro, I got dreads growing too and shit. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, yo, and she's just like, you know, I bet with those girls where I'm like, after they date me or whatever, I'm like, this is the nigga after me? I'm like, yo, fam, like, what the fuck? Like, I actually asked you out and everything, and this nigga, this whack ass motherfucker, you know what I mean? And that's me being objective. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I see a girl with another dude, and I guess that's how you could see I really like you, because if I see you with another dude and I'm like hella happy for you, I didn't really like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, good for her. She got her one. It really looks like he really likes her.
That's when you know you moved on and shit.
It
was easy.
When I see someone with it, I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, yo, I don't care. Maybe it don't even matter who it is because I really liked him. Like, man, fuck them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, I used to see her all the time. And then one day she goes, well, yeah, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Da, 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 da. What are you doing right now? My ride's coming in 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, the dorm's over here. Like, let's go. She goes, that's too far. I'm gonna. Da, 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 da. She grabbed me. She goes, we can fuck in this bathroom right here. We went in the lecture. I'm literally walking, and it's like a lecture hall. So literally the whole fucking thing is like 2 lecture halls. So there's like hundreds of kids around us, and there's just one bathroom right there. And it was just like 2, and like went in there.
Bless her soul.
I'm literally listening to a lecture, getting my dick sucked.
Yep.
I was just like, yo, there's hundreds of people outside of these walls just sitting right here listening, and I'm just getting my dick sucked right here. It fucked my mind up.
Did you like ever think like in that moment, like, I wonder if they can hear like my dick getting sucked?
I wish they did, but I couldn't even imagine they could.
Like how thin? No, never mind.
No, it's like a lecture hall. So this is like a building just for these like a big old like a theater almost. You know what I mean? And it was made of bricks and shit. You know what I mean?
Bless
so
her soul.
Man, thank you.
Bless her soul.
Thank you. She hits me up every now and then. She got 2 kids, but anyway.
Bless her soul.
Yeah,
She's probably great.
Oh my god, I was tripped out on that the whole day. I was like, bro, and like nothing happened. Never got caught. Everything, and I'm just like walked out, just like. Yeah, but yeah, fucking at school's cool. But
School is cool, y'all. Stay in school.
Yeah, it might get your dick sucked.
Get your dick sucked in the bathroom.
Go to school.
Under the
it might get
benches.
your dick sucked. Oh,
Stop.
man.
We need to stop.
God damn. But how did you guys become the Soggy Ratz? Like, how is it called? Why is it called the Soggy Ratz?
So the Soggy Ratz is like a pun, obviously, for the cigarettes. It was actually made by a friend. It was originally...
Soggy, I never even thought about that.
Really?
Until your merch now, and then it makes sense. I'm like, oh, cigarettes.
Right?
Damn.
This just hit you right now?
Yeah, y'all gotta put more cigarette merchandise out.
Dude, I thought it was obvious. Like, there's hella, like, cigarette merch on this shit. No, it's okay.
Until I saw the merchandise, I'm like, that sounds like...
No, it's
I
cool.
mean, I'm
It's
a
cool.
visual learner.
No, I feel that. I love puns, so yeah, it's technically a pun, but our friend made it a long time ago, and it's kind of ironic because our friend doesn't really like us anymore.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like the original drive of back then, where so this is on some like crazy drama shit back then. It's almost like funny just looking back at it and being like, wow, like that happened. But we had like a friend who would like always come in and like to our like house on Oak Street because they were like friends with my ex. I'm starting to realize talking about this conversation again that everything stems from my ex.
Yeah. A lot of new content coming soon, guys. From Marsie.
Shout out to that bitch.
That's so, man. Okay, before you go into the thing, okay, because I have a friend. I believe, I'm almost positive
Yeah.
that, I'm sure, yeah, I've had her on the show, but Holly used to be a man, a dude, made music with him and everything. First name Zach, now named Holly. On and off as you should. I don't know the whole story yet, but like one of my best friends ever and everything, right? Straight up, like, yo, I'm a girl, like, identifies as a girl, like, you know what I mean? And it always trips people out when they're like, yo, they have a girlfriend, though? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, did you ever, like, get that? Like, does everybody trip out, like, when they see you pull up, like?
I feel that. Yeah, no, I understand that, too. And, like, that's, like, a weird, like, yeah, no, because I have trans friends who also, like, date, like, they're transgender, so they're like double gay.
Yeah.
It's like
Does that
fucking double rainbow,
right?
It's like in the norms of society, are we a straight couple now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I'm like, once you get that off your mind, it's just like, yeah, they just like that person, dude. So,
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I honestly sometimes I trip about it myself too.
Yeah.
Where it's like like I don't know, like my life might seem so complex when I'm trying to like label everything in my life.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean by like, I just like how you said, like, I don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
Because that's just me too. And I've just
Yeah.
been just open to myself.
Yeah.
And maybe I just have hella like layers of complexity, you know?
Yeah.
But I really just love who I love.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in like relationships with girls. I've been in relationships with guys. And they both have their different dimensions.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, I low-key, like, fell into this deep attraction with this couple. Because, like, even my therapist was talking about it. Where she was just like, dude, isn't that, like, everything you'd ever want in a relationship?
Yeah.
Like, the masculine and the feminine side?
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I know. But, I don't really trip about it. It's, like, different flavors of candy or something.
Yeah, you like a lot of candy.
I like a lot of candy. I'm sweet like that.
Ooh.
No, but freaking yeah, no, our friend they used to always come into our house all the time.
Yeah.
And like, you know, they were connected with like my ex and their and them and that. And so like they would like treat
all the pronouns.
them, that, and this, and Wombo.
Is that a real one? No, that's fucking from a cartoon. Oh yeah, Wombo.
You know, he, me, she, Wombo.
Bro, I identify as Wombo now. I'm massive.
No, but fucking they used to always say all the time like, oh, let's make like a punk band and like we're gonna get famous and like we're gonna do like make a band, we're gonna call it the Soggy Ratz. And like that was just like an idea up in the air, you know, that like me and Eliza really liked, but it was just up in the air. And all this drama kind of fell through, and basically like that person was trying to like get my ex and Eliza's best friend to like call us off and be like, you shouldn't be friends with them anymore, like they're evil and toxic and this and that. And like we were just living our lives, you know. And thank God at the time, like my partner was just like, no, that makes no sense, like why are you just trying to be like controlling? And so we stopped being their friend. And like when me and Eliza kind of just like after that whole like debacle and like feeling kind of like singled out from everybody, we were just like, why don't we just play music?
Band together,
it's like why don't we just start stuff? Like none of that, we never had to wait for them. And like we shouldn't have to wait for anything. Like when we were the ones with like the songs and we were the ones like who are singing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys are literally, when I'm listening to the album just so far, I mean, when you guys played live, I saw like that, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, is it just two people or am I like, but then when you played live, I was like, I definitely saw more people on the stage, like the drums and everything.
No, Abel and Ryan, they play like percussion and no, it's like way better with four. But me and Eliza were like the main heads. We like write the music and we, you know, do the structures and shit together. But no, our friend wasn't doing shit. They weren't writing music. They weren't playing music. They were just like, we should get famous for making a band. They were just like that type of person. So we were like, you know what, like let's just like play music to make music, you know. And like since then, it's kind of just been what it is. Me and Eliza, we were playing music just by ourselves for a while, and then we met Ryan, who plays cajon. And like we were like just doing acoustic stuff, so we were like, this would work out perfectly,
especially live.
Like
I get on the album too, because you kind of like, you know, you're listening to it, you're like got the ear for it. In a live thing, you kind of have to take that room, you know what I mean? I'm sure with Eliza's voice and everything, but it takes a time. But when you start banging on some drums, that's just like a human instinct, like drums, nigga, like I don't know, everyone makes it like a black thing, but I'm like, bro, I've seen white people go crazy over drums too. Like,
no, for real, it adds like this whole layer where it's like, oh shit, it's like the foundation of our shit. Like it makes you want to like do this with it. It takes
the room to like, you know.
And since then it's kind of just flew through. We've gone through hella highs and lows. COVID fucking almost nearly killed the band. And me and Eliza, we were going through like some drama too. Where we were just being like divas, and we were just like, you know what, like you don't care about me, and you know what, you don't care about me either. Like,
but you guys really do care.
If
you don't care the way I want you to care.
Like 1 month later. You really do care. No, for real. But after like COVID settled, dude, I really feel like all of us took our little self journeys. And like, dude, this month, that's another reason why I'm super happy. I've always felt like I've had to be like the spearhead who has to like kind of drag Soggy Ratz along, you know? And like I'm not like ungrateful about that or anything, because I know like it's really important to me. Like all the stuff we do. So like I naturally am the leader, of course.
Just from the outside looking in, that's what I thought. I mean, that's what you were too. Anyway.
Yeah.
And even like with.
Even though
making music or actually just keeping all the connections together and keeping things going and stuff like that, I kind of thought that, but like it kind of can tell from like even just the way the music's made and stuff.
Thank you. Well, no, they have like so much. They're as important as me.
Oh, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
Like how you said, like you already had some of those songs from the swamp, you know what I mean? It's almost like LeBron James. Like even though if you're not going fucking making the triple-double that night, we're still kind of playing around you to see what you're going off of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
we see it like that a lot. Like I see it like the fucking Jordan Rodman fucking.
Yeah.
It's like
let me see how LeBron's playing so I can adjust my game. All right, cool. Okay, now this is what I can do. You know what I mean?
And like that really is how like the mindset is too. Like where I from the very beginning I've always been like, this is like my passion. Like we're gonna do this. Like if we do this, we're gonna do it like in the best way possible. Degree. Yeah, to the nth degree. We're gonna like make people feel what the fuck we're feeling. And I've been so happy this month because I've been hella busy with work and school and my own art shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
And everyone's been like grounded enough where we're all in the same like mindset now. And it's almost like things are just moving on, and I can like let go of the reins. And like Eliza and Ryan, they're just like, we are down for this shit. Like we want to like see this flourish, and we want to see this grow, and like let us help you. Like don't worry about it. We'll do some of this stuff, you do your stuff. And it's really felt like a team recently.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the show this Sunday because it's just been like a couple months of us just getting our footing again.
Yeah.
Where it's like, fuck, we haven't played music in so long. It's like, fuck, finding that second nature again.
I hope you guys and other people like you keep that shit going. I mean, I look at that for me. I mean, I'm pushing fucking like this podcast along. It's different for me because I'm the only one here. Like, I wish there'd be at least one person helping me.
Damn.
Anybody. But,
dude, mad respect to that as well. Because, like, I remember, like, seeing your podcast a long time ago when you did, like Rudy. Like with Good Face.
Oh, yeah.
And I went through like your discography like just today and yesterday, and I was like, oh damn, this boy has still been on it. Like you are thorough, my dude.
Yeah, for the most part, I wish I was more like, but sometimes I miss week for personal reasons, or I just need a break. I get burned out. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even just actually doing this, the act of. It's just getting things scheduled and like, you know what I mean? Like as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to other people like, no, wait, what date? Whose date? And then you got to talk to them and then get back to them. You know what I mean?
And then I'm sure like editing and shit too is
editing.
Like
it's not even like the editing because it's so simple. It's the rendering. You know what I mean? And like trying not to crash my computer. I had like problems like when after like my 10th episode, I started like my computer started crashing because like I had filled it with a bunch of videos and shit. Oh, the editing, rendering, and all the memory and everything. So then I had to clear out my computer. But my computer's pretty old now, so I gotta update that shit too here soon. But yeah, it's just like I had to get more like technical on that aspect of like, you know, RAM, memory, gigs, all that stuff. Like after to go all through that, programs and stuff like that. So that was like the extra work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say earlier is that I hope people like you and you like keep going, and don't let ego and don't let like really I'm not trying. It's the words. I got the idea. Know what I'm trying to say, but really live off each other off that. You know what I mean? Use this project and this band as your. You know, it's not just another project. Like, no, this is the project for me to express these feelings or things to do. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure you have your own songs and things like that, but don't be trying to be selfish. You know what I mean? I hope other people don't do that. Like, give the band, and I'm sure you do. I'm just saying, but like, don't forget to like give the band and those people the effort that you would give to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people don't do that. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this and keep it for myself, or I got this idea. And I'm like, especially with the feedback that I see and like the people, you know, you really got people who love you, you know what I mean? And people really love seeing you guys play and go and do your thing. So it's just like,
and like
remember that.
That's the way we treat it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's like what shows. I'm not saying
that again, like you guys won't know that or don't do that. We're on a podcast. Like I hope someone else is hearing that and be like, oh, I got a similar situation, you know?
No, I fucking feel you, dude. And like, I think that's one thing I've learned where it's like, that's what's gotten me this far.
Yeah.
Where it's like, fucking, like, me as an individual, like, I know, like, yes, I'll take the praise, because, like, I'll always, like, love that shit, but, deep inside, like, I know what the fuck I can do, like, what I can write, and, like, the songs I can make, but, nothing can't be ever accomplished without a team.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that full-hearted.
And it comes to anything, dude. Yeah. If you just want to get anything done that's bigger than you, you gotta be able to make a team. Yeah. And I think just this past, like, year or two, I've been figuring out my team.
That's what's up.
And now it's like, it's here. Like, we got the full team. Let's go play. Exactly. Yeah. And, like, everyone's ready. Everyone's trained up.
Let's go win the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Go into this shit. Good.
Like, I mentioned it earlier, but, so I'm going to be starting an artist residency next month.
What's that? I have an idea of what it is, but I want you to explain.
this past year, I've met these wonderful ass people. They're like these beautiful friends now, but it's like this guy named Tobias and like my friend Maddie, but he's like this doctor, and he's been trying to like support the arts here in Stockton for a long time.
Yeah.
So like he has this like mansion up in Brookside where he has like all these art gatherings and stuff, and he's been trying to like talk with like the Hatch and like just artists around town to like make things happen, you know. And I've known him for like a couple months, and like I've been to their gatherings, and like I've like gotten to know them and like know their like love and like shit. And basically they're starting this program to have people live over there in Brookside rent free, and like their profession is you're just gonna make art every day.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna check up every day. Of course you gotta like clean and eat, but or clean and cook, but yeah, no, it's basically gonna be like a 2-3 month like job.
Yeah, just to see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Giving these people this opportunity and space to create.
Yeah,
Who
not only
knows,
are they
you
gonna
might
give me the
create fucking
space,
the Mona Lisa.
yeah, they're gonna give me like the support as well, where it's like any supplies you need, any ideas that you need, like to
Which
go
is
off the
hardest
ground.
thing. That's like literally the only reason I want to make money is just to make more art.
And like,
Or
dude,
better art, actually.
like it's I'm eternally like grateful.
Yeah.
I'm eternally thankful that like they even thought about me and like they chose me, you know. This is like something completely like experimental
Yeah.
and like new, but like there are other art residencies all over the country.
Yeah.
And like the Hatch and like a lot of artists around that have been like giving me that recognition. They've been like, dude, this can be the start to like you starting other art residencies, and like this is how like artists become like artists, like full professional artists.
Yeah, that's all you do.
And like I don't know, man, like for me, I've been writing and making music since like 3rd, 4th grade. And it's become something where it's like I'm gonna have to find a job, but this is for me. Like this is what I need to keep me alive.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And just this past like year, or the start of this new year, like I feel like I've been getting so much recognition, and like life has been telling me, like even through this, like you can be an artist. Like what's stopping you? And like I've always like danced around like being an artist because there's so much that like lies behind that, you know? Starving artist, like not having an actual profession.
Yeah.
And
that's why I was gonna ask that question, because I asked that same thing. Because some people will, whether they be older or just whatever, and they're like, "Oh, the rap thing didn't work, so what are you gonna do now with that time?" And I'm like, "Bro, I wish I could stop rapping."
exactly.
Like I have friends when we like after like, bro, I've been doing this shit for like 10 years now. Of like, you know, I would say the first 5 years, I really actually was like, yo, trying to be like, I'm gonna try to pop off, you know what I mean? Now I realize like, bro, if I stop, bro, like, it's not even like I can, like, I have to write a song at least once a week.
Exactly.
Like, if I don't not write a song.
You understand then.
Yeah, no, completely, bro. I gotta fucking at least start something or finish something or come up with a new premise. I have to find a new beat to get on. I have to do something at least once a week. That's as long as I can go. Because like next thing you know, I'm getting antsy. I'm creating freestyles in my head. I'm like, fuck, I'm creating a bunch of shit right now in the moment that. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna do it no matter what. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like...
And it's almost like if I try to deny that part of me, like, part of me dies.
I would fucking kill someone.
It's no, but, like, going back to now, like even, like, with the Soggy Ratz, dude, like, I know, like, we've been a band for a minute, but, I've just never, felt like I can fully accept myself as an artist. It's like a weird imposter syndrome. Like at what point can I make it to where like I can officially just like accept like I'm an artist? Like what's the achievement where like I'll feel that?
I mean,
you know?
I know it's not the end all be all, but I'm sure if you get a bag, you be like, yo, nigga, I'm an artist, bro. You see this bag?
No, for real. I'm waiting for that. I'm ready to receive that love too.
I'm not trying to take the whimsical thought of like the feeling or the thought or the move that does. I'm like, I'm sure. I'm not saying money's the end all be all, but I'm sure a certain amount of money would make you feel like, hey, maybe I'm an artist.
No, for real. No, but I don't know, man. Like I've always just done it, but I've never accepted it. And just this past couple months. Like I write poetry every day, and like I've just had those people and like so many different artists be like, "You're an artist.
You're an
like
artist,
you need to do something with this."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like the recognition is like just that little push is all I needed.
Yeah.
And like now I'm doing this residency thing soon, and like all these projects that were on the back burner are like now coming up, and like I have everything I need to make things happen, and I've never been in this position in my life.
So going into that, so we can close this out.
Yeah.
And what I like to leave. So with this new endeavor, from the past that we learned about, from what's going on, but also what is to the future. Like, what do we have to look from the future, from the Soggy Ratz, from Marsie?
Heck yeah.
What other books we should look out for?
Heck yeah.
But yeah, like end us on upon that, and then we can.
So
close it out.
I mean, this year just expect everything.
Yeah.
Like expect me to make some little libraries at the Hatch. Expect the Soggy Ratz to make a new album. It's gonna be called Moving Season, and it's gonna be very much about like Stockton and growing up, and it's gonna be like hella special, you know. Hopefully we can go on like a tour, do some shows like once it's finished. And once I start this residency, like expect me to be doing all sorts of art. Like not only do I want to like continue on my poetry and like release some of my old poetry from before, but I want to like do murals. I want to do like shows with like poetry slams and like have like things for like live shows for my other like music projects, you know? And I just want to like keep doing stuff. I think that's like my end all be all. Like I just want to keep going.
Yeah.
And I've realized like all I have to do is just be open to like receiving all that love, you know? Like receiving like how much I'm worth, you know? And yeah, no, I want to do it all this year. Yeah, I want to release like a poetry collection at the end of the year. But yeah, there's just all sorts of stuff. Just expect it.
I always like asking the artists that thing because no one always ends up being. It's like just stay tuned. Like just keep watching, and I'm sure some cool shit's gonna pop up on your timeline from me. You know what I mean? It's usually how it goes, right?
No, for real.
Because there's so many things. But again, I appreciate you. I can't wait to see you on Sunday perform now too. It's gonna be so much more.
Yes, Sunday for dry cleaners.
Oh yeah, we're gonna end with this
pop up.
So now have to come there.
Yes.
I just said it, and then also we're gonna end this video with this performance, and this will come out Monday.
Oh heck yeah!
So after that Sunday, I'm gonna have to come home.
Ooh yeah.
Run home. What?
Hell yeah. Also, can I end it off on? I wanted to do like a full circle thing because I know in the beginning we were talking about like me dropping out of like high school and shit, how I like wrote poetry about that.
Yeah.
Could I like show you a poem?
Yeah, you want to read a poem and we end it out?
Just real quick?
All right,
Yeah.
so right when you're done with the poem, I'm just gonna I'm gonna
cut it.
I'm gonna just cut it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, for sure.
Hell
That'd be great. We'll even get it ready, and I'll even get a close up to you right now.
Oh shit! No, it's okay. We could just do it. It's okay. No, it's
it.
fine. No,
You're
stop.
doing it, bro.
So for a little context for this poem, I was talking about how it's gonna be like about me dropping out of high school and shit. So this was a poem I wrote after the first time I ever smoked weed.
Okay.
It was on Halloween of 2014 with my friend that I was talking about. And it's very rappy because, to be honest, in my mind back in high school, I was like, I'm gonna make this into a rap album.
Okay.
But it just ended up being like poetry, you know, without like any beats.
Yeah.
And so it's called Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
First time smoking weed. All right,
Yep.
Here we go. I'm in there.
Let me drink some orange juice real quick.
Yeah. That's $4 juice right there.
This was written on October 14th, 2015. Happy Halloween, freshman year. The first joint we ever rolled, the first smoke in the air. Our first dealer sold us Bammer we didn't know, didn't care. It was a barely moderate high, but nothing ever compared. And to be fair, it wasn't until the bong hits and the shots that have my clueless mind in knots. The walls want me to stare. Like, can I share my experience, the quiet loss of innocence, or how the night sky looked outside standing there? And a lot of people find being high to be quite a scare. Like, boo, their mind running in fear, and I don't even know where. Like ghosts haunting them or aliens grabbing them with their beams. Being so paranoid like Freddy Krueger popped up in their dreams. But us, we didn't want to scream. In fact, we couldn't stop laughing. Lifted, this feeling shifted, hitting, time slowly passing, and never lasted. 'Cause it was suddenly too late. The only thing I really fear is life, everyone's fate. My childhood friends look at me like I'm a monster. Been in this rotation for an hour, I'm a fucking goner. But I'm still at school and I'd be lining for the fucking honors. Still in love with Mary Jane like my name was Peter Parker. But I'm not a superhero, they call me a villain. Because the way that I'm chillin' has some cigs and cigarillos. And that would seem surprising with the good vibes that I'm giving. Every smile that I'm passing, heavy dreams stuffed in my pillow. And if I didn't have him, guess it would be Sleepy Hollow. I wanna be the leader, but who the fuck is gonna follow? The city's pretty scary and it's not as scary as it gets. We don't really got a lot of things to do, so let's pull up our mask and act like it was Happy Halloween and find the other side like Miley where our grass is always green. It was a fountain of our youth and we were pissing out the stream. And now my piss ain't ever gonna be clean. I'm just a human being.
Pow!
Thank you for having
That
me.
was
here,
so
man.
good. That was awesome.
Alright, so this next one is about being depressed. I hope you don't relate. I hope you don't. It's called FFDP, Fully Functioning Depressed Person. I hope you enjoy. Swordfish, while I ride up like a corpse in dilapidated porches. Judge me when it's working. I'm just judging my emotions and busy working. I'm the bestest version of a stony walking, fully functioning, depressed person. You know what the worst is. I can't stop thinking about you. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you. Stop thinking about you. When I think about it, the charmer of my habits. Please don't put me as a savage or how could you be mad at? Now proud that I practice on the road fucked up and tragic, and I just took some acid to temper down the sadness with the lucid glasses, and it's not good or bad, it's just another day to manage. I can't stop thinking about you. Stop thinking about you. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you. So don't give me excuses, just leave me alive. That we're all not gonna die soon in a flaming ball of fire. That bull I always like to get me now. I'm just lit shit higher than a kite that. How when you were 5 and you got stuck in the tallest branch and too lazy to climb to. I wish that you would try, 'cause I can't stop thinking about you.